Need a last-minute Halloween decoration that only costs a few dollars? Grab a small cardboard box and cut a window out of one side. Start by finding a spooky silhouette design online. Print your design out on regular printer paper. Now comes the coolest trick for enlarging your design. Grab a piece of plastic wrap and lay it right on top of your printed design and trace the outline with a Sharpie. Then tape that piece of plastic wrap tightly over the window that you cut into your box. Now we have a handmade projector that took just a few minutes to make with items that you already had around the house, and this is going to be perfect for enlarging your design. Next, tape a few sheets of black poster board onto your window. Turn off the lights in the room, shine a flashlight through your box, and watch the magic happen. The design projects onto your poster board. If you want your design larger or smaller, just adjust the box to be closer or farther away until it's positioned on your poster board at the perfect size. Once you've got it just right, trace the silhouette of your design onto your poster boards. Then grab your scissors and carefully cut out your design. When you're done cutting, tape the cutout securely to your window. Now grab a string of lights and tape them onto the poster board so that the lights are right along the edge of your design cutout. You could use Halloween colored lights like I am, or even just white Christmas lights would work great. Step outside and take a look. You've got yourself an awesome Halloween decoration that cost next to nothing to make. During the day, this is just a fun silhouette, but at night when it's lit up, it's so good.
With Halloween fast approaching, I got a window up front that seems a little bare. First thing I did was get the blinds off. I want to open it up for this project. Next, I want to take from Dollar Tree some black foam board. What I'm going to do is put all of this all over the window. Now, I only need it in sections where I'm going to outline or draw for the window sketch. In the middle, where my biggest project is going to go, I'm going to go ahead and double up. Between the foam boards, if they're together, you want to make sure you tape the seams. That way it comes down together. This foam board is just not tall enough, so I had to add a little bit of an extra section for the witch's hat right there. I'm also going to cover up every little square that I want some of my sketch to go. So I'm going to cover both sides, top and bottom. Also want to make sure that I cover the top window because I got a little surprise I want to add in there. Once I get everything in place that I need it, I'm going to turn on my projector. Not all of us are great artists, so I'm going to use this projector as a little bit of a cheat. I went on the internet and used one of my favorite search engines to do any searching for Halloween, silhouette, pumpkins, anything that's scary but easy to sketch out. There's plenty to choose from. In fact, there's thousands. Especially on this witch, I want to make sure I get the pointy nose, and I loved how it was doing the cauldron. You can use your projector to go in, out, make it any size you want. Once you got it all lined out, go ahead and take the foam board off, and then we've got to cut it. I went ahead and put some cardboard underneath so I don't cut through the table, and then I use an X-Acto knife. Give it a firm press and cut out all along the lines. Don't try to do too much at a time and go slow. You want to make sure that you're not going to cut your hands or anything, especially on these lines like these whiskers. You want to be very delicate so that you don't cut through. I'm going to go ahead and just go through all of the outlines right there. This is an easier sketch than some. The more complicated, yeah, it's going to look good in your window, but you're not there to overwhelm. We just want to greet all those trick-or-treaters when they come up. Once you get it all cut out, go ahead and slice a few extra sections at a time. That way you're not trying to pop out too much. Go ahead and cut littler strips and you can pull those out. Now, when it comes time to the tape that you put on the seam, no worries. Just go ahead and cut straight through that also. It will just come right out. Once you get it all cut out and it's looking good, turn it over, and I use a black electrical tape on the other side of the seam that will be facing the outside. That way it holds it together. Put the silhouette back up in the window, and here's the catch. How are you going to set it to the window? We're going to take some of that black electrical tape, fold it over on itself, and put it against the window and the foam board and press it together. Now it's time for the orange lights. Take those, unravel them, and we're going to go up and down the back side of the silhouette. We don't want the lights to show, but what you can do, make sure they're close to the outside without sticking over. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You're going to get a magical glow no matter what. It's going to look great. I put the shutters back up. Here we go. It lights up beautiful. And at the top, I went ahead and added a bat with a different color. This silhouette just turned out amazing with our big window in the front. All those trick-or-treaters that are coming up, getting treats, are going to be greeted by this wonderful art display. And the great thing about it is you can save it for next year. We need a skinny roll of tape, and we also need some clear Elmer's glue. That's going to be great. And our template for today is going to be an outside window. We got to put some of that tape on the window. Now, you can go ahead and take the tape and mask it to the grid that's already on the window, or you can just go random like I'm doing at angles. We're going to get that tape on, but the next step to this is we got to grab that Elmer's glue, and it's too full when they're brand new. So we're going to transfer some of this over to a bigger bottle. That way it makes room for the paint that we're going to add to it. Once we get some paint in there, all you got to do is just go back and forth with it, and it shakes up really nice. Next, move on to your second color. On this one, I'm going to show you that you can just shake it a little bit if you've got room in there, because we transferred the glue over, and look at that. It covers really good. And these are our 4 colors we're going to go with. Now, because it's on the Elmer's glue, it's actually non-toxic, and you can just go ahead and put it out on a plate, piece of cardboard, and I used a foam brush to transfer it to the window. Now, it's going to go on light. The paint is not as opaque as you think it might be. You can mix it a little thicker, but we do want a good ratio of glue to paint. So I take the foam brush and I go ahead and I put it on the window. It's okay if you hit the tape. That way you can get good crisp lines when we pull the tape off later. But I'm going to cover every grid I can, but I'm going to go random with the color. So I've got some purple on, I put on some red, and now it's time to put some yellow. But don't worry, it's going to take multiple coats. That's what we're going to need to do. But the glue and the paint dries really fast. You can actually put a coat on within an hour after you put it on. Now, once it dries overnight, you're going to take a knife and very gently, we don't want to scratch the window, and if you do this just gently enough right next to the tape, the glue will separate from the tape. If you try to pull the tape with it out using the knife, it may pull the glue off. And that's another thing. When you're done with this and you want to change it or just take it off later, it peels right off. So once you go ahead and score it with the knife, just go ahead and start pulling the tape off. It'll go nice. Now, keep the knife handy with you though. If you start to pull and it pulls on your colors or your tape, just take the knife and score it a little bit like I've done in this spot. So take it all off, and there it is. That's our final project. In the afternoon, when the sun hits the window, it just glows inside the room and gives it multiple colors.